Hello, my tasty, tenacious Taurus. Welcome back. As you know, I'm Sachi the Scorpio, and I'm here to deliver your guided healing tarot for the month of October. Please like, comment, and subscribe. The more energy that you send to me, the more energy that I can send to you. So Taurus, we are in Libra season. We are going to take a look into what is out of balance in your life, and then we are also going to look into how to bring in the balance and balance the situation. So Taurus, what I got from the cleansing ceremony, we had the Angel of Sky come up. And when the Angel of Sky came up, I was like, it was so weird. I was doing my cleansing meditation, and at the end, I said, please help me, which is so strange because that's not usually part of what I say when I cleanse my decks. So I feel like divine guidance is really wanted right now. There's some sort of situation where someone is like, oh my gosh, please, to all the gods and goddesses and entities, whatever's listening, please help me, is what I was getting. And you know, whenever the Angel of Sky comes up, I always associate it with astrology of the different transits that are going on. So I think that you might be having some really difficult transits at the moment. We have Mercury in Scorpio right now, which is opposing Taurus energy right now, right? Because that's your sister sign. So it's always 180 degrees. So as it transits through, you know, the 30 degrees of Scorpio, it's going to be hitting all the Taurus placements, whether you're Sun, Moon, Rising, or Venus. So that is definitely going to be a little bit of a difficult time for you. Pay attention to the transits, figure out what houses, you know, Mercury's transiting in. Anyway, so then we have the Queen of Cups come out during the cleansing ceremony. So what she means to me, like when this came out, I felt that someone realized something. It's like someone read something on someone's phone or saw something on someone's electronic or phone, and it was just like an explosion. The Queen of Cups here, this is a really high form of divine feminine energy. This is also heavy mommy energy. So the Queen of Cups in this deck, this is the story of there's this one war hero that wants to win a battle, so he ends up you know, conjuring his mom from the dead in order to get help. And she is pissed. She of course does this for her son and makes sure that, you know, his enemies are destroyed, but she was very upset that he would wake her from her slumber to do this, because he should have done it on his own, right? You don't always need mommy. So what I'm getting here is someone is a little bit dependent upon a mother figure or upon somebody else here, and there's some sort of someone's upset about this. And we have the Steel energy in reverse. So whenever Steel energy comes up in reverse, what I'm getting is that your aura is not protected, or, you know, Steel energy upright, this has to do with, you know, having your chakras balanced and no one being able to penetrate your auric field. So since it's in reverse, what I'm getting is this, you know, is influencing your auric field. And then we have Registeel using Iron Head, and I only brought the second one out because, you know, both steels coming out at the same time. Usually I only do one from the cleansing ceremony, but what I'm getting is someone is really, I'm not sure if you can hear the barking, but somebody is very much having a hard head here, right? Iron Head is you can't really get through to them because of how hard-headed they are being. So that's what came out for the cleansing ceremony, Taurus. Let's get started. I don't know if you could hear my dog in the back, but yeah, definitely something is whoop. And if you notice that Registeel, you know, it's kind of like an electronic looking thing. So it's made of steel and it does have electronic eyes. So I do think that's something in the interwebs really evoked a strong emotional reaction out of you. All right, let's see what is out of balance for our Taurus. Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. But we have Remiel, the Angel of Visions, coming out stuck. The left eye, Binah, knowledge, coming out stuck. And Remth, the angel of time in reverse. So what I'm getting here is it's like you feel like there's not enough time, or that time isn't on your side in terms of something. And it might be in terms of like seeing something for yourself and gaining that knowledge. And that's kind of what I'm feeling here with the angel of visions. Remember how I said, like, I feel like someone saw something on the computer or someone else's computer or someone else's phone. It's like the knowledge that was obtained from seeing whatever that is. And for some reason now there's some issue with time, which makes sense. I mean, you know, with Mercury opposing everything that's happening in Taurus, it's definitely, you know, gonna have some issue. Plus Saturn just went direct. So Saturn is the planet of, you know, father time. But let's see, what's this time issue? Ooh, so whenever this comes out, it could be that there is some sort of substance addiction here. Or it can mean another angel. So I pull this whenever that card comes out, because it's not part of the tarot. It's just random. Yeah, wow. Angel of Heralds, Gabriel. So about getting some sort of message. It's interesting because Leo kind of had this energy, but about some sort of message. There's something is stuck here when it comes to feeling like they don't have enough time. Interesting. Let's see. What about this message? Queen of Swords. Yeah, this is a shrieking harpy again. So high divine feminine energy, where there was definitely some turmoil that was stirred up. You know, like I said, this is a harpy, so definitely some screaming going involved. Something very, very... Someone expressed themselves very loudly here. Maybe not through communication directly. I mean, we do have the Angel of Heralds. This is Angel Gabriel, the divine messenger, the one who brings the messages. So, yeah, there's some sort of... Oof. What's the light energy here? There is communication stuff. Okay, Pikachu coming out, stuck using tail whip and electric ball. So what I'm getting here is this has to do with the solar plexus chakra, okay? And with tail whip, that usually indicates when there's a tail, it's something from the past. So there's something from the past that is hurting, you know, your sense of self, your solar plexus chakra, in terms of whatever you found out that was like, I'm just gonna scream about it, right? And the electric ball is the solar plexus. So what I'm getting is it has something to do with your solar plexus, your sense of self. The solar plexus is what makes you you. It's where your personality is. We have the full moon here. So Taurus, you know, we have a full moon in Taurus on Halloween, on Samhain this year. So, you know, some special stuff is coming up for you, especially because Mercury in Scorpio, because we have that retrograde. So, you know, lots going on. Be prepared for that full moon. I feel like there may be some movement around that time. It says, its nature is to store up electricity. Forests where nests of Pikachu live are dangerous since the trees are so often struck by lightning. So what I'm getting, and even look, you know, here's like a storm and something's going to get struck by lightning, right? I feel like right now someone is kind of in the forest, kind of doing some shadow work, and, you know, they keep getting struck by lightning by, you know, whatever these words are. But what I'm getting is they're trying to store up some sort of courage. Let's see, what's the shadow here? I think right now is the time for, okay, yeah, you need to store some... It might be a good idea to do some sort of energy storing ritual for the Taurus full moon coming up. I don't usually give advice on any sort of practices like that, but I feel like there is some really, really potent energy that can be captured for you, Taurus, in terms of something, maybe getting rid of pain or something of that nature. Let's see, what's the shadow here? We have clam pearl using shell protection. Yeah, so you need to protect your solar plexus chakra. We saw the steel energy in reverse, which showed me that, you know, something is penetrating your auric field. It does look like, you know, maybe someone who is using their words to hurt you or causing you some sort of pain in communication. You didn't like something that you saw. And yeah, it's time to release it during this full moon, and also to protect yourself emotionally, or protect yourself in general, protect your aura. This is also protecting the throat chakra as well. And, you know, protecting any clammy parts of your body that you may also have, right? So yeah, this is definitely a time to focus on the protection. Big Cancer energy here. It says, it is protected by a sturdy shell. Once in a lifetime, it makes a magnificent pearl. So this might be about, you know, somebody, this also wanted to come out, Among Us, Crazy Spore, and Strange Reaction. Yeah. So this might be about wanting to have a child, possibly, whenever it's about, you know, having one pearl in its life. It could have to do with that. It can also be about, you know, something that you've created where like that's your thing, or even if like that's your person, right? Like it creates one in the world. So this is definitely something that is very special and unique, and it's like you found something out that just was like, and Crazy Spore and Strange Reaction. This has, it's like there was something growing in your heart, sort of. Crazy Spores I always take as like influence and heart connections to others, and Strange Reaction. So what I'm getting is there has been a very strange reaction in the heart chakra here, where you have really put up this shell and, you know, are protecting yourself from this Queen of Swords energy. It says, it lures its prey close by dancing and waving its arm caps, which resemble Pokeballs, in a swaying motion. So this can be someone who kind of lures you in with a false, you know, false prey. Like it looks like Pokeballs, which is what you catch something with, but it's not. It's actually just its arms, right? So this can be someone who might try to come off different than they are, or they like try to lure you in, but it's like a swindle. I don't know. Let's see. What is out of balance here? So still I'm feeling that you just feel like there's not time for this message. We have Malkuth ground, the kingdom, because there's some sort of issue when it comes to there's some sort of issue when it comes to your kingdom. So that can be people that you're living with, your family, your city, you know, your community. There's really something in your, where you're rooted, that's really taking some energy from you. Let's see what's going on here. What's the issue in the kingdom? And we did already have two queens come out. So there could be, again, like a mother figure or multiple feminine energies involved. What's going on in the kingdom? Well, apparently the cards don't. The Eight of Wands. There's some sort of cycle, and it's going here. What I'm getting is there's like multiple people saying like, this is crazy. Like you're just having a weird reaction to this. When it comes to what's going on in the heart. But the Eight of Wands, this is very much a battle type. So it looks like in a home situation or community, there's a lot of fighting going on. And this has been a continuous cycle. And, you know, your heart chakra is having a really different type of reaction right now. Very protective is what I'm getting. You know, this is warrior spirits that are coming back from the dead, from different time periods, from different cultures, right? All ready to face the Great War. And it looks like, yeah, there's just a lot of fighting going on. Let's see what's the light energy. What is this? Oof. Yeah, so we have trainer using stealthy hood. So what I'm getting is someone really tried to pull one over your eyes here. I think that this is someone who tries to, you know, it talks about, you know, dancing and waving, resembling Pokeballs. So it's like they, you know, pretended to have something, but they really didn't have something. And, you know, this person can no longer stay hooded anymore, right? Like the people around you that are fighting, their stealthy hood, which stealthy hood and like upright, I always take as, you know, that gives them stealth, that they can sneak around and, you know, get away with da-da-da. But because it's in reverse, like whatever these people have been trying to get away with, they're not getting away with it anymore. And you know, you see really beyond all the false masks. It's like, it doesn't matter what kind of headdress you have or whatever, you're all the same. And yeah. Yeah, what's the shadow here? What's the shadow here? They can't hide from you anymore. You just see it for what it is, and you're having a really strange reaction to that, it appears. We have Grumpig using knockback. So I was going to say something about how this is, you know, that purple. So it's really influencing, you know, your psychic, your, oh, okay, this one is a fall to the ground, Magikarp Epic Splash. Okay, so what I was feeling is that this is really influencing your mental state, your third eye energy, and then we have third eye using knockback. So what I'm getting is that this has really knocked you back, like mentally pretty significantly. With the Eight of Wands, this is really a repetitive thing. And Wands has to do with, you know, love, lust, passion, intensity, taking action, aggression, that fiery energy, right? This is a fire cycle that has been going on. So it has to do with that flame. And because you now, you know, can see their true face, it's really knocked you back in some way. And here we have, you know, Grumpig on stage, you know, with people at a concert and stuff. So these can be, you know, people who kind of take the limelight, or, you know, maybe are liked by a lot of people, and you're like, nope, I see right through what this is. It says it uses black pearls to amplify its psychic powers. It does an odd dance to gain control over foes. Again, we have this dancing energy. So this person might be a dancer, or people just who are kind of like, you know what I mean? They sway. But it talks about using black pearls to amplify its psychic powers. So these could be people that use, you know, psychic powers to hide themselves. You know what I mean? So yeah. In terms of the steel energy in reverse that we got, that your aura might not be protected, a good thing to use is to actually use like black balls. So because it deflects from every angle, right? So like a black tourmaline or obsidian would be really good to help protect you. We have Magikarp using Epic Splash. So this has caused quite a splash, but what I'm getting is that you kind of have to play stupid in a way that, you know, you don't want to let these people know that you know who they are, so to speak. It says, in the distant past, it was somewhat stronger than the horribly weak descendants that existed today. So yeah, there is definitely some trouble in the kingdom, right? I mean, it talks about descendants, so it could be ancestor sort of stuff. And by the way, Taurus, like with Scorpio in Mercury, and also the asteroid DNA is there, which is our ancestor asteroid. Like the other side is really coming out, and they're all kind of pissed like this, right? So on a higher level, I definitely suggest to check out my Pisces reading, especially if you have Pisces placements, because there's a lot of what's going on here and here. But in terms for you, I feel like it has something to do with like parents or children, but it can just be things about, you know, how people are trying to get their power, right? Like it talks about the descendants being weak, but like, you know, people alive now aren't weak. Okay, we don't have to be the way of the kingdom all the way, right? So anyway, this definitely has knocked you back mentally in some sort of way. Let's see what else is going on here. What else is going on here? Coming out stuck, we have Angel of Mysteries and the Angel of Snow. So yeah, someone is definitely staying quiet here. And like I said, it's like, it feels like you have to kind of play dumb to being able to see these people for who they really are. And you're just like keeping your mouth quiet, basically. So something is definitely being kept a mystery. And with the Angel of Snow, this is like, all right, I'm out. See ya, right? Just like putting some snow on it, like, I'm icing out. So I definitely feel something, someone being quiet and icing somebody out. Let's see, what's going on? What's going on here? We have the Hanged Man in reverse. Yeah, so someone's definitely out of here and like keeping their mouth quiet, even though this situation is not over. With the Hanged Man, this is very much, you know, Hanged Man upright is like, okay, dead end, it's over, you know, time to start again and go on a different path, right? No paths lead from the Hanged Man. But this one is in reverse, so it's like, all right, like this isn't over, but someone's being quiet and kind of iced out. The Hanged Man in this deck specifically is energy vampires, vampires that you know, feast off of the living in order to maintain their own survival here. So, I mean, we see that sort of energy kind of with the weak descendants and stuff like that. You know, how some people are vampiric. I feel like there's one more that wants to come out, but yeah, there's some sort of distance that is being kept and some sort of secret that's being kept too. What else? And I feel like it's what feels like it's running out of time to tell. What else? Going to Amungus is the Nine of Pentacles. Yeah, so there are some pretty deep heart connections here. This is inside of the cave system, where, you know, it's like finishing up a cycle. It's like a community sort of thing, right? The kingdom. So it's all of the heart connections that are within this kingdom that are really part of the issue here. And then going right to knockback, the King of Swords coming out with knockback. So, you know, with the Queen of Swords upright, kind of being a harpy screeching, it has caused the King of Swords to not move forward. And it's like, all right, I'm keeping distance and just keeping my mouth shut about something. And I think it is because of these heart connections. And maybe that's why, like, even though these people can't, you know, you see who they really are now, but you still, you know, have heart connections for them or with them. All right, what is the light energy? Coming out stuck. Yeah, okay, so the thing is, it looks like you're stuck in some sort of, stuck in relationships with some of these people. And because fairy energy, this is all about that deal making and, you know, relationships that you are in. And with Clefairy using Sing and Double Slap, you know, this is someone who has been pretty hypnotized. And I feel like that's why you have empathy about this situation. It's because, like, you recognize that some of them are hypnotized or asleep here. Sing is an attack that puts others to sleep. So some of these people might be asleep, whereas you are awake, in terms of like the Great Awakening or whatever it may be. But it looks like some relationships here, it's, you know, as you can see, Drowsy, which is the hypnosis Pokemon, has really put others to sleep here. There's definitely some, you can't talk about this and you really have these heart connections with people, but it's like you see them for who they truly are, and you're not really liking them, right? You can feel that it's all for show somehow. It says, the moonlight that it stores in its wings on its back apparently give it the ability to float in midair. So it talks about getting, you know, power from the moon, and that's how it can fly. And like I said, I really do feel like you should charge something under the full moon. And if you have like obsidian or black tourmaline, that is something I would also charge with this full moon. Seriously. Wow, Taurus. And then we have Registeel Ironhead and Forbidden Iron Hammer. So what I'm getting here is there is, you know, Ironhead, which is being very, you know, hard-headed. But Forbidden Iron Hammer, what I'm getting is that there is some sort of forbidden communication, so to speak, right? That there's something that is forbidden, and that's why someone is really having a hard head about it, is because it's forbidden. It says, its body is said to be harder than any kind of metal. A study has revealed that its body is hollow. So, yeah, like it's definitely, you know, hollow on the inside and, you know, sturdy on the outside is what I'm getting here. And I feel like that's kind of what you're seeing some of these people as, is like, you're just really empty. This is also kind of giving me like a video camera or something, you know what I mean? Like a security camera. Like you definitely saw something pretty intense, Whew. Yeah, you've seen something. And yeah. Whew. All right, I'm just going to leave that one for what it was. What's the shadow here? What's the shadow? Ooh, okay. That's a lot. Okay, so we'll take it. Okay. So we have Goomy coming out, Water Down, and Stampede. So Dragon type always indicates like twin flame energy for me. So what I'm getting is Water Down, of like, you know, watering down. Okay, yeah, I'm also getting that because I was thinking like here they are in the caves, and this is also like in the caves. I feel like you're keeping a very close eye on these people. But anyway, Water Down, what I'm getting, again, in a cave area, but it's like the emotions are a little bit down about this is what I'm getting. And Stampede, this is a fairy type attack, so I'm getting that you're getting very much stampeded by relationships, of like figuring out more and more people, so to speak, that you don't necessarily trust anymore. It says it's covered in a slimy membrane that makes any punches or kicks slide off it harmlessly. Yeah, like I said, you really need to protect your aura. Make sure that you're cleansing your auric field here. And we have Volcarona using Shimmering Scales, Gallade using Pandemonium Blade, and Shuppet using Black in Reverse. Okay, so what I'm getting here is, and this is like twin flame energy if you know your twin. We have Shimmering Scale. So in general, what is happening right now with Divine Feminine and Divine Masculine energy in general is really trying to find this balance. And it's the balance between, you know, the flame, the love, lust, passion, intensity, the, you know, urge to do it, and the heart chakra, what is being felt in the heart. So there is definitely some explosions going on, right? Volcarona definitely has to do with, you know, volcanoes going off. This is a flame moth, and moths of course are like, indicate metamorphosis and rebirth in the shadow side. So I do feel like there is a rebirth happening when it comes to the shadow, especially, you know, inside this cave. Like, all these are inside caves, if you see. Like, it's just pretty incredible that, you know, 4 out of the 6 have a cave. But something is going to be rebirthed, right? Out of the volcano, out of the cave. It says, when volcanic ash darkened the atmosphere, it is said that Volcarona's fire provided a replacement for the sun. So, you know, even though there is, you know, some darkness, some ashes from the volcano of whatever explosion happened, you know, take solace in what is, no, actually, I'm getting like, be careful of false light is what I'm really getting. Be careful of false light. I'm just going to leave it at that. Okay, Gallade using Pandemonium Blade. So there is some fighting energy that did cause some pandemonium here. And whenever blades come up, I take it as swords, right? So whatever this conversation was, there definitely was some pandemonium. It says, when trying to protect someone, it extends its elbows as if they were swords and fights savagely. So whatever was cutting that was said was really just to protect someone. So, you know, someone is definitely trying to protect someone else here, and Shuppet's blah in reverse. So what I'm getting is, this is very much not something that's blah psychically. If you, like, even though this is a fighting type, this is also fighting psychic. So if there was some sort of fight where someone got hurt in a conversation, this was not like a joke, is what I'm getting. Whew. It says, it loves vengeful emotions and hangs in the rows under the eaves of houses where vengeful people live. So what I'm getting is, whatever that eruption was, it was a way of protecting somebody else that, you know, might be because of, you know, these vengeful emotions. There's definitely this aspect of, you know, trying not to have revenge. And what I'm getting here, because we have divine counterparts here with the Queen of Swords and the King of Swords in reverse, it's like someone, you know, started this fight, and instead of, it's like their retort was, you know, vengeful to protect somebody else, or they like don't want to be vengeful, so they have, you know, done this snow angel, like, all right, I'm out of here, right? Like, I'm out of here with the Angel of Mysteries, just like keeping things silent. And I feel like that silence, because silence, as you know, is also a way of communication, revenge. And I think it is just to protect someone who's kind of Taurus. So, yeah, the video got cut off. Thankfully, it was at the end, because most of it recorded, which is really good. But, yeah, so I was asking, you know, what can help in this situation? And we got sorrow and fear. So, you know, there is some sorrow in this situation that has brought you into fear. And sometimes when we find out, you know, that some people that we thought were one way are not that way, you know, but we still have heart attachments, that can still make us very sad, right? We can still love someone and not like who they are. Do you know what I mean? If you already have them in your heart, and it looks like you have many heart connections to people that you're now seeing their true colors, and you don't really like what you're seeing. And so I am definitely, you know, there is like sorrow that needs to be released here. In terms of the fear, right? You definitely, fear can manifest in your root chakra. So make sure that you're taking care of your root chakra. That is, you know, what you eat, what you drink, your sleeping patterns, the things that keep you rooted, of feeling safe, right? Of why you may feel in fear rather than feeling like you are in safety. And also working to cleanse your sorrows, you know, releasing what makes you sad. And as you can see, she has her heart in her throat. So something definitely does need to be released here. I do feel that someone is being quiet and keeping someone at a distance, but some sorrow really does need to be released. So all emotions, even painful ones, offer us a gift. Sometimes we don't realize how precious something is until it's gone. Yet nothing is ever truly lost. In the realm of spirit, all exists eternally. The events of this life are but a fleeting moment within our eternal reality. Through this time, your appreciation of friendship and family will deepen. Feel the unconditional love that is around you. On a soul level, we are all united and connected to all creation. In the palm of God's hands, we live and die, only to discover it was all a dream. Life on earth is like a play. Everyone plays their role, and the roles keep changing. No one is lost, even if the script we hold says they are. The play goes on, and every love, every chance, every hope will come around again, and every sorrow will be filled with happiness. Yeah, so this is really saying that there is going to be an opportunity for change that is coming, but you just need to get out of this fear state, because it looks like you're thinking that there isn't enough time for something, but what it's saying is there's no such thing as time anyway, right? Everything is eternal, and all opportunities and things that we love and right? It all comes back to us. But, you know, this seeing people, you know, and not really liking what you are seeing, you know, understand that we all are connected in all creation, but, you know, everyone plays their role. And even if you are sad about that, maybe they're not playing the role that you expected them to play, you need to release the sorrow that comes along with it, right? Release expectations of who you think that they ought to be here. Fear. Fear is preventing you from living and experiencing your true potential. Perhaps you have tried to suppress your fear, but this has simply locked it inside and cast an invisible shadow over your life. A little bit of fear can be good for us, but when our fears blow out of proportion, become irrational, and start to control our lives, it is time to face and heal them. Rather than suppress your fears, let them surface. Draw them out and address them one at a time. Acknowledge, love, and attend to them. Observe and talk to them. Embrace them. With practice and patience, each fear will dissolve and transform to light. The healing power of love can then fill your heart, mind, and thoughts. You should come to remember that you are always safe, for you are an eternal child of the universe, an immortal soul of love. So that is so beautiful. You need to, you know, it looks like you've pushed away the fear of something and it has turned into sorrow, right? It talks about having that kind of gloomy cloud hanging around you. So it's time to, you know, change that and face whatever has been, you know, scaring you, whatever has been putting you into fear instead of into love, because it's really time to get back into that love frequency so that we can move forward here. So Taurus, like I said, if you are interested in looking at how to bring balance to this situation, please follow me into the extended. The link is in the description box below. There's also a trailer there if you're interested at peeking. And if we part here, good luck with the situation. I am sending you so much love, a big hug, and a kiss on your third eye. Mwah.